Okay, we're going to show you how to check the primary and secondary clutch for wear so that you don't out there with a clutch that's going to fail on you halfway through your fun ride with the family and everything. That's just absolutely no fun. First thing we're going to do is we're going to collapse this clutch. There is a collapse tool that fits the Can-Ams, that fits the Polaris's. This particular clutch is an Ibexx clutch, but the same kind of tool with slight modifications works on all of these vehicles. Now you can check the clutches by collapsing the primary with an Ibexx collapse tool, and you can check all the rollers and bushings, and the same with the secondary. We can check everything out now. With a Polaris secondary, you will have to pull the clutch off because the rollers and stuff are hidden in the back. Okay, we're going to take this primary collapse tool. There's longer ones for the specific reason of UTVs, but today we just have the snowmobile one. Now, once you collapse the clutch, you can reach in here and you can see these things and you can move them back and forth. Boy, that one's really nice and tight right there. So we're in really good shape. Got some rollers back in here. You can stick your finger back in there. It's rolling really nice and smooth. Roll it all the way around and feel for any flat spots. Make sure it doesn't have any flat spots on it, and make sure that it rolls nice. They can be fairly loose, but if they have a funny spot in them where it doesn't feel like it's round in there, you don't want to go any further, or you'll start wrecking your pins and your bushings and everything else, as well as the weights. And then you can run your finger across the top of the weight a little bit and just make sure that it doesn't feel notched or splined at all from getting stuck in one spot. You want it to be nice and smooth on the top of the weight. If all those things are good, your clutch is generally in pretty good shape. You can shake it back and forth a little bit and make sure that your bushing up here, there's a bushing in here, feels good. There's another bushing in the back of this here, but see, all this is really nice and solid. So that clutch is in very nice shape. So we'll just take this back off. And there you have it. We have an Ibexx clutch. This is a very, very unique clutch, but it has similar rollers to some other brands, particularly some of the old Arctic Cat and Yamaha and Can-Ams. And you can check these bushings right here. See, it feels nice and loose. The bushing doesn't have any notches in the outside of it. It doesn't have any grooves, and it turns very nicely. You want to check all those things on a secondary clutch, particularly for your Can-Am or your Ibexx clutch. They have these style of rollers in them. On the actual Polaris clutches, the rollers are in the back and encapsulated. You'll need to slide the clutch off and pull it apart so that you can see the rollers. Now, there's a bushing in the cap right here. You can feel this clutch is nice and tight. If you get a lot of slop, now this is not true in a Polaris clutch because they by nature have you have to pull them apart and actually visually look at them. But on the Can-Am and on this and Arctic Cats and so on, you can see this is nice and tight. And so this clutch here is in very nice shape. The rollers are in very good shape. Everything's looking nice.